Select difficulty. So here's the downside. No. Here's the downside about doing impossible first. You are not allowed tutorials. So if there's any tutorials in this that are specific for the mechanics of this game, I'm not going to receive them. Now, I am blind to the game, so I'd appreciate if no one tells me the very best thing to use or any of the story, you know, spoil that stuff. However, if you're blind to it as well, we can figure it out together. Or if it's a mechanics-based thing, that's fine too. If that makes sense. Ironman, which we always do. Play with a single save that is updated automatically as you progress through the game. Failed missions must be restarted. In an Ironman game, your choices and their consequences are permanent, so you can't reroll RNG basically. Hardcore. Failing any mission results in total campaign loss. The campaign save is deleted upon failure and cannot be continued. That's what we want to do in our first playthrough. Absolutely. Adds 5 levels to the city anarchy meter, decreasing the street. We'll do that for the first one. You can't turn tutorials on the hardest difficulties in XCOM. Subtitles on. All right, this is fine for now. Let's do it. Again, just let me know how the volume is as we get in. Late game invest.
Tonight, Mayor Nightingale perished in an explosion at City 31's Memorial Museum. The identity of her assailants is unknown at this time. The City Council asks citizens to remain...
So she gets vaporized the same day XCOM sends Chimera Squad to our city? You hear that voice in your head? That's me telling you to wake up!
Despite opposition, Mayor Nightingale's deciding vote brought the Reclamation Agency to the city. Without her support, Chimera Squad's continued presence is an open question.
So in the tutorial, you play through like that? Yeah, the opening cinematic was very comic book. Jones. Show the background regarding the cutscene. Gotcha. Yeah. All right, so let's look through this. Choose your squad. We got Verge, psionics, enemy manipulation, This is so friggin' weird. No worries, Dan. It's so weird playing with aliens on my team. I'm so used to sectoid. Kill it. Kill it before it mind controls us. But now I have to save it. Agent biography. Neural network. Agent gains +10 aim for each enemy in the neural network. Certain abilities will add units to the neural network. Levitation. Agent lifts an enemy into the air, removing their cover bonuses during the breach. Levitation cancels all alert or aggressive enemy behavior. Stupor. Agent psionically stuns a target for 1 to 2 actions and adds them to the neural network. Cannot target enemies in the neural network. So you can only use that on them once, I suppose, if it adds them to the neural network. 98% mistime, probably. Battle Madness. Agent psionically attacks an enemy's mind, making them go berserk, and attack a nearby target, adds them to the neural network, cannot target enemies in the neural network. Okay, let's go through and look at health in these. Let's look at the health range. It ranges from 7 to 9. Mobility looks like it ranges from what? 14 at the top end to 9 at the bottom. Aim, highest is 75 to start. Highest will is 50. Dodge, torque. Man, it's so weird having these on my team. Anyway, only one person has crit. Okay, but we're gonna read through. Claymore, explosives, AoE breaching, human 32, New India. There is never a red wire. I am lucky if there are even wires. So low mobility, middle of the road health looks like. Baseline aim. Shrapnel bomb. Agent throws an explosive that detonates after several turns. The explosive does not deal damage through cover and can be targeted to detonate it early. Does not end the turn if used as first action. Okay. Concussive charge. Claymore detonates a powerful charge, rupturing all enemies near the breach points. Usable on wall breach points. 1 use per mission. Take the ones at best crit and dodge. Breach is the opening turn of each encounter. You assign your soldiers to different points. Choose their order, and they all get to take a free shot or use a breach ability. Gotcha. Okay. So only usable once per mission on the breach, basically. Blue blood, precision shooting, multiple shots. They have the highest aim, but very low health. Do it the smart way. The hard way gets you killed. Deadeye. Agent takes a shot with a minus 15% aim penalty for a 50% additional damage boost. I remember Deadeye from the other game. Does not end the turn if used as first action. Desperado, standard pistol fire, and Deadeye cost an action and do not automatically end the turn if agent has actions remaining. Lancer shot. Agent fires his Lancer pistol at a target, ignoring all cover bonuses. Reach items abilities to breach specific entry points. Hints. Just saw with Claymore, yeah. Terminal, roll, healing, and supports. If you die, everything in your locker is mine, especially the embarrassing stuff. Safeguard. Agent sends the Gremlin to an... Definitely use that a lot. To allow to restore 4 HP, cleanse burning, acid, and poison effects, and grant 20 defense. Agent can target themselves with Safeguard. Does not automatically end the turn. Very nice. Hack door is still there. Hack open a door at the start of a breach. Refresh. The Gremlin heals all allies at their breach point for 2 HP when used for mission. Cherub. It's not what I would have guessed their name is. Shields protecting allies. They're a hybrid clone. I'm just happy to be here. Kinetic shield charge. Agent can gain up to 2 charges by protecting allies with kinetic shields. Having charge grants bonuses to several abilities. Kinetic shield. Agent places an energy shield on self or ally to prevent all damage of the next attack. Agent gains 1 charge when the energy shield is destroyed. Does not automatically end the turn. That seems pretty good too. You can just save someone from death with that. And then it sounds like that charge stays on them. And if they don't end up getting hit, you've wasted one of your charges because it only comes back once it's destroyed. Phalanx. Enemies focus their fire on agent, ignoring other XCOM units at this breach point. Block all damage and gain 1 charge for each attack. 1 use per mission. Agent, they certainly recruiting them younger these days. He's only 5. It's only 5. Shelter. Psionics, ally buff, mental attacks. I can't be your weapon, but I will be your shield. Agent silently swaps position with the targeted enemy or ally. Does not automatically end the turn. So you can bring an enemy to you to kill them, but put you into danger. Does not automatically end the turn. It's kind of nice, though. I mean, use, it means mechanic for her first ability. Oh, okay. So... Each can gain up to 2 charges by protecting allies. Having charge grants bonus to several abilities. Agent gains 1 charge when energy shield is destroyed. Gotcha, okay. So not a charge of a skill, but literally a kinetic shield charge. We need Sully. Yeah, there's no good mustaches here. There's no mustaches. A moustache. Dazzle. Agent launches a psionic blast that disorients all enemies near the breach point. Target enemy is disoriented for an extra turn. 1 use per mission. Sully and Molder. Utility, electronic disruption. Chaining Joel. Agent sends a gremlin to another gremlin user to an enemy to jolt them. Man, that was so good in XCOM 2. Attack chains to nearby enemies. Damage is increased against robotic enemies. They can also hack the door. The gremlin scans the room, applying hollow targeting to all enemies. Increases the squad's aim by 15 against marked enemies. 1 use per mission. Ooh. Plus 15 aim. Hey, Woozy, welcome in. Torque. God, this is so friggin' weird that they're on our team. Moving enemies, allies, and poison. Oh, yeah. Agent wraps up an enemy, dealing damage and preventing them from acting on their turn. Bound enemies cannot be targeted by XCOM for risk of damaging the agent. It's a free action. Action economy in strategy games is so important. So right off the bat, that seems like a very strong thing to me, but we'll see. We'll test things. Tongue pull. Agent shoots out their tongue to grab a unit and pull them into melee range. Can be used on enemies and allies. Some oversized targets cannot be pulled. Whoa, you can pull an ally to you? Adaptable. Agent can naturally enter through vent breach points. Torque seems good just by text alone. Let's see. Mobility is good. Very low health. Good dodge. The only one that has base dodge, it looks like. Godmother. 48. Offense and ambush. Scattershot. Agent fires the primary weapon in a short-range cone, damaging multiple targets. Costs 2 ammo. Pull someone this down? Yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to test things like that out for sure. Which is one of the things I'm excited about, learning the ins and outs of the game, you know? As long as it's good. I'm hoping it's good. And Salty, welcome in. Get to be a sneaky boy, yeah. Alpha Strike. Agent fires the primary weapon during the breach and will take their turn earlier on the timeline. Agent also gains 1 bonus action on their first turn. Again, action economy in strategy games incredibly important. In fact, we learned in Warsaw that there was a combination we could do that would basically give us almost infinite actions in a way in the long term, and the game became kind of stupidly easy, which I doubt that's going to be the case with here, but it's just a demonstration of how crazy action economy ends up being in games like this. Close quarters, high mobility, so very low health, very good mobility though. Crippling blow, agent punches an enemy and inflicts one of several status effects. The effect is either disarm, disorient, stun, or root. This attack cannot miss and will trigger momentum. Hello Nitro, welcome in. What's thinking about this game have seen so far? It's not actually worse, just different. Seriously good for its price tag. Fearless Advance. Zephyr blitzes toward an enemy and melee attacks them after the breach. This will position Zephyr near the enemy. If the enemy was alert, their alert breach action is canceled. Parry. The extra action for momentum can be spent to prevent damage from the next attack instead of moving. Boy, parry was sure good in XCOM 2. Axiom. High damage, cover destruction. Agent charges to a target and smashes down with both fists. Chance to disorient, stun, or render unconscious. Higher rage improves the chance to apply a disabling effect. Rage. Higher rage raises the chance of applying disabling effects with melee attacks, but also increases the risk of going berserk. Rage can be increased manually or by taking damage. Burst through a door, breach point with a chance to panic nearby enemies. Panic chance increased with range. XCOM Chibi Edition. I do cats, I do Pika. Alright, so we're definitely going to take Torque. That seemed very good to me. And we'll try all these over time. So this one has a heal. The other one has the scanner to add to our accuracy. I might try them out as well. Do you like explosives? These all seem kind of, I mean, I want to try them all as a thing, and I'm sure we will, but... Alright, let me go through this again. So we basically have someone that can pull and maneuver around the battlefield. We have someone to help us hit more often and get some guaranteed damage in if it works the same way as the old XCOMs. We have some damage, and now I think extraction. I think I'm gonna try this melee one. Probably maybe not the best one. Earlier today, you hated the feel of it, really. Hey Tarkin, welcome in. Actually half rise the first. Oh, I didn't even realize that, yeah. Use some DPS, yeah, that's what I was thinking with Blue Blood. So, we'll try it. If we lose, it's fine. I'm completely fine with it. We'll learn from the loss, absolutely. Better performance than Were the Chosen, though. Fun side project on the way to XCOM 3. I can't wait till XCOM 3. Full blown XCOM 3 later. Well, Firaxis announced they're working on XCOM 3 like almost a year ago, right? All right, let's go.
Chimera Squad, heads up. Director's on the line from XCOM
How's the sound?
HQ.
Too loud, too quiet?
Chimera Squad, I know you're still
Just right.
settling in, but this cannot wait. A short time ago, insurgents crashed the opening of City 31's Memorial Museum. They took Mayor Nightingale hostage. 3-1 PD attempted a rescue, but the insurgents triggered a plasma bomb. Everyone inside was lost. Yes, 3-1 PD should have requested our help, but dwelling on that is counterproductive. We need to focus on what we do next. A crude plasma bomb killed the mayor. The insurgents had no access to materials for that.
Does that mean they had outside help?
I think so, Pineapple.
Most likely. There are 3 groups in City 31 with access to this kind of ordnance.
The Progeny. A loose network of human scions. Their vision for City 31's future is entirely psionic, whether the city wants it or not. The Grey Phoenix. An organization of alien scavengers. They have quietly amassed the kind of weaponry reclamation is mandated to recover. Sacred Coil. An underground religious movement for hybrids. They preach salvation, but only to those who once fought XCOM. Yeah, this one sounds more interesting to me. So we're gonna investigate this alien cult.
Sacred Coil is what happens when former Advent officers find religion, or create one. They claim to be the true
Purge the
path
Xenos.
for City 31's hybrids, as long as that path involves armed sedition.
Director, these are local criminals. Isn't that 31 PD's jurisdiction?
True. The Reclamation Agency supports local police, but we're also required to recover dangerous material.
From those who would do the world harm, and each of those groups is neck deep in the stuff. So what next?
Focus on a single group. Investigate, dismantle their operations, and take them down.
Meanwhile, we look for any links to the mayor's death. Either way, a dangerous organization is off the streets.
Exactly. The city wants justice for Mayor Nightingale. This is how we help them achieve it.
George Kelly is the Kelly from the opening of XCOM 2. That's a good question. I'm not sure yet. Or we might end up doing the other investigations in the same playthrough. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Sacred Coil in progress. Active operation. Investigate Sacred Coil. We need to know more about Sacred Coil before we can proceed with our investigation. They are an underground religious movement for hybrids. They preach salvation, but only to those who once fought XCOM. Dark events. Oh, dark events are back. No active dark events yet. 1st March, investigation open. Faction leadership. Sacred Coil's propaganda is directly adapted from Advent. Their leadership must have a connection. So already this game is making me want to go play XCOM 2 again. Hi to Dead Poet, welcome back. Alright, so what are our options over here? It wants us to click both of these. Let's do this one first.
Welcome to City 31. During Advent's occupation, the city was a fortress supporting an active star.
It is Jane Kelly.
5
Thank
years after XCOM won the war, it's home to aliens, hybrids, and humans alike. There's new industry, self-government, and local agriculture to support the varied populations. Against all odds, this city thrived after the war. There were no retributive
Just started
attacks.
Ashland yet.
Until tonight.
We don't know that. Not yet. But we can find out.
Alrighty, Reezy. Alright. Investigate Sacred Soil. So that's our... This is kind of interesting. So instead of a like world map, we have a map of the city. Let's go ahead and look at the next thing here.
Check it out. Headquarters sent us an assembly. And with the right patterns, we can build anything. Or we
anything
could with the latest version. What you're looking at is the extremely finicky 2038 model. It'll take time to stress test our patterns, but once we have them, we're good to go.
Select a project, so we can break down or filter the projects by type, so we can have them all. Right now we only have one project available, Android Personnel. Construct the Android OPS hub. This network allows us to use androids on tactical missions and enables new assembly projects. Cost 10 energy, takes 2 time. Rewards, grants 1 Android tactical unit. Android units purchasable in supply. Unlocks all entry-level assembly projects. We'll begin that. Let's go ahead and look at what these other menus are just while we're here.
I'm authorizing Chimera Squad for special operations.
And Rosie, welcome back.
Some ops provide useful resources for the
Thanks,
squad.
Ashlyn.
Keep an eye out for these opportunities.
Happy first unbirthday. So there's spec ops. So you can send them, okay, so similar to We're the Chosen, as far as selecting units sending off, it looks like. Convince well-to-do individuals and business groups to provide stopgap funding this time of crisis. So rewards credits, rewards intel, awards Illyrium, and some energy too. Okay, we won't read through all those right now because I'm not going to send anyone off right now, but I age in reverse.
When you aren't on mission, you need to maintain your skills, physical and mental. Training is the place to do it. It's also where you can adapt to any lasting wounds received in the field. So don't let those wounds linger. You'll pay for them in the long term.
Oh no. The word linger immediately puts that Linger song in my head from Cranberries, right? Didn't Cranberries sing that? I believe so. So we can train units here. Not gonna do that right now either. I'm just going to see what all's here. So that's training. This is basically what our armory. There's our 4 people. Do you have to? Oh no.
Our temporary field office
those friggin'
has
songs.
all the basics. weapons, comms, and ammunition. Supply is where we request everything
Good job,
else.
Inspector. Count me out.
As long as it's in the squad's budget, it's ours.
So, supply, we can buy stuff here. That's good. All right, let's go ahead and do the first mission, or attempt it. See if we lose on the right off the bat. Investigate the sacred soil. Difficulty moderate. Whisper here. I'll keep you updated on any activities requiring our attention. Speaking of which, Sacred Coil is raiding a storage facility that holds Advent-era contraband. We should prevent that, right? Worth 30 credits.
But we are not the police. If you see a theft, call it into 3-1 PD and move on. But there is one notable exception. Hostile forces carrying dangerous contraband may attempt to flee the scene. Don't let them escape.
So this is pretty interesting. Projected breach options, which we were learning about earlier when we were going through the abilities. Door window and keypad door. So those projected ones, I feel, will eventually dictate in part who you send to battles, right? Projected counters 3. Okay, so we got Torque, who has a submachine gun. Patchwork, the assault rifle. Pistol on that one. Pangolin gauntlets. We have no additional items at the moment, but you will be able to change their primary weapon, their armor. Oh, there's a breaching charge. Agent who need a better entry point rely on breaching charges to give them a better way in. Breach charges destroy walls to create a new entry point. Charges 1. Okay, so first question as far as mechanics goes, for anyone that knows, are breach items like in XCOM 2 items where they're not single use? You can use them on additional missions as long as the person that has them doesn't die and you leave it behind? Or is it like... So infinite use, gotcha, thank you. It is not consumed. So a breach item. So basically, who needs a better breach point for this mission? So this one can go through vents, and it doesn't seem to be any vents here. So I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but again, we're learning. So I'm just gonna throw this on them, and we can find out in the mission. We'll know for the future. All right, let's go. Hey, Tina George, welcome back. Thank you again, by the way, Tina George. I'm sure I'll thank you again. Screw that door. I'm gonna make my own. That's right. How's it going, Ashton?
Earlier this week, a security camera spotted Sacred Coil flunkies sniffing around this warehouse. Today, the silent alarm went off. The place is full of Advent-era contraband on the way to a tech vault.
My eyes are still programmed to spot high-value Advent tech. I'll call it out if I see it.
Breach mode. This is very weird. This is very weird. Encounter 1 of 3. So we choose who's going through each breach then. So let's read each breach. Fleet-footed, how do I... okay, there we go. Fleet-footed, all units entering here get +3 mobility for 1 round. Delay disable. The last unit through this entrance will have their weapon disabled. Huh. So the person you send through there last, if you do that, should be someone that can use abilities or something next round. Program dies. I didn't need a cat. Tell me something about this. As long as it's mechanics, like if it's something that the tutorial would have told, I'm good with that. But 2 more. Oh, it was a ton. Reflex boost. All units entering here get 25 defense per 1 round. Overseer, last unit through this entrance automatically activates Overwatch after the breach. Main door, side window, side door. Let me, can I look back through the information on these guys? I can't. I don't remember which one had which. What goes first? Yeah, that's what I was seeing. +3 mobility. Enter here, get +25 defense. So I am gonna send someone through this one. It'll be through second. Right. Hopefully the last goes first in the building, and the first goes last. Let's just go for it. So this one's gonna get extra defense. Actually, let's put our melee with a... Alright. Melee with the mobility. I see, so that says 2. Got it. So melee with the mobility. Those off. So this one's in second. This one's gonna have their weapon disabled. Let's use them. Because they can still use their gremlin, I would guess. We got Zephyr. Wait. So they're going through first, then second, and third. Okay, I see. I had it backwards. Okay. Camera first is much smoother. Gotcha. We'll try this. Like I said, we're learning, and if we lose, I'm completely fine with it. All right, let's just see what happens.
Move in now.
All right. So, fired hostile target during the breach. Fire shot at the target. 87% is our best shot. Breach fire or cover rush. Low cover, minus 20%. This is so weird. This is so weird. Through the back door. That was the guy with the pistols. The guy with the small guns. Thanks, Ashton. Yeah, I did. So they had armor. Fearless advance. Blitz toward an enemy and melee attack them after the breach or cover rush. Fire shot at the targets. We'll just take the highest one. Now same age? Really? Draw 33? Like the breach concept mechanic? Yeah, it's kind of neat. Oh, get wrecked. Advent sympathizer. This is March 30th. Yeah, I remember you having the birthday stream too. Okay, so we got Overwatch set up initially off that. We gotta learn what the new icons of this one mean. Okay, so one thing I do know based on the description of the game is this does not play out the same way as the other XCOMs. Instead of you go and do all your actions and then the enemy does all their actions and so, this one has a turn order. And I kind of like that. I think turn order gives more strategic depth, or at least tactical depth to a game. There is a slight difference there. Because if normally you were trying to take out this android, but the android's going last, you probably want to take out the one that's going to hit you first, basically. All right, are the camera? Yep, camera's the same. It's playing smooth. Turn 38, Woozy. It's very early on, Scorpio. This is our first mission, but I mean, I love XCOM, so I'll probably end up liking it, but we'll see. So we have the option to fire. Fires their submachine gun, ending their turn. So shooting baseline still ends the turn. We have the tongue pull, rather, not pool. Torque shoots out their tongue to grab a unit and pull them into melee range. Can be used on enemies and allies. Some oversized targets cannot be pulled. We have subdue. Melee strikes the target. If the target would be killed, they will be rendered unconscious. Instead, unconscious units are captured at the end of each mission. We got Overwatch, which take a reaction shot at the first enemy to move within a cone of fire. Activating Overwatch ends the turn. We got Preparation. Prepares for their next turn by increasing their defense by 30 and their dodge by 50. And Torque has plus 20 dodge baseline. Next turn is moved earlier in the timeline and it moves Burning. Team up. Torque coordinates with the target unimpaired ally, moving their turn next on the timeline. The team up ability is shared between the entire squad and can only be used once per mission. Okay, so this guy's gonna go next. Does it show how big these will explode? Turn mechanic, yeah, I like that in games. It looks like we got 2 half covers there. We got a full cover here. It's red. I'm guessing the red is showing where we're gonna get flanked at, or the possibility of flanked. Is that the same in this one or no? It does show... it shows flanking still. Flanking looks like it's the yellow icon, if it's the same as the other ones. This should have... You harvest organs? So we could come here, right? And then we could bind them. Binding them would kill them for all intents and purposes, right? And then we have half cover from the robot. But killing this would be really good because they're going next. And then we can deal with that. Same as the original, thank you. So for anyone that doesn't know the original, the target preview, if it's yellow, that means you're flanking them. Flanking hits in previous games would increase accuracy and some other bonuses in certain situations. All right, let's try this.
Watch me move.
So friggin' weird controlling the aliens. Okay, so we're gonna use bind on this one. Oh, I know exactly how you feel, guy. I know exactly how that feels. That's right, I've been wrapped up by a snake until I died before. Okay, so we got crippling blow. Zephyr punches an enemy and inflicts one of several stats effects. Subdue. It attacks target. The target is reduced to 0. They will be unconscious. We have preparation, and we have team up. So we can actually move over to this one. That's a flank and attack it. That's going to have us in half cover, which isn't great, though. But we have an attack from here at full cover. Of course, they can just move into... How much health does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 armor. And we get one other chance before it goes. Screw it. We got this. Playing sweet hentai games. Comment. No comment. So we want to melee this one, huh?
Smashing extremity.
Ooh, so we rooted it. Dealt 3 damage. And we can move on our last action as well. And it's rooted, so it can't come after us. There's no enemies over here, so we just want to get in good cover from this thing. And this looks like a really good cover to me. Even better. Here's some full cover. Head indicates that he's fleeing. He'll leave at the door. Oh, okay. I was wondering what that meant. Thank you. So this is the, is this the fleeing point for them? So he's trying to get to the door. Gotcha. So another question. If they're fleeing, is that the only action they're trying to take? Or will they do other things and then try to flee? Smooth performance of this. This is very smooth. I noticed that too. Like even just the camera movement it feels a lot better than XCOM 2. Right. This is equivalent to enemies, jolt him, attack change nearby enemies, damage is increased against robotic enemies. This is in the turn. Try to flee with both actions if they are allowed to. So now that they're rooted, they wouldn't be able to do it then. So instead, he would just probably shoot at us, right? All right.
Blowing some fuses.
Whittle them down.
GG, robot. Feels pretty good.
Sacred Coil stole specialized mech parts. The kind you can't easily replicate.
Neck parts? Sounds like Sacred Coil needs
Thanks,
to bulk
Scorpio.
up their numbers.
All right, so we got encounter 2 of 3. So we have a side window, has good visibility. All units entering here get plus 25 aim during the breach. So that seems like it would be good for our DPS with the pistols, obviously. Reflex boost, all units entering here get 25 defense for 1 round. All units in here get plus 3 mobility for 1 round. So I'm going to go ahead and send our melee through that for the mobility. And then we're going to send our DPS for the extra aim. These other 2 can get the defense. Seems good. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I didn't know what to think about. I didn't mean, you know, coming in blindly. The breach abilities and how important they would be and how big they would be. But now that I'm seeing this, I'm already getting some ideas that some of the other characters that I passed up, how they might play in these scenarios, you know?
Time to move. Ready to go.
All right, so we got 4 enemies here. We got Fearless Advance and we got Cover Rush. They are surprised. Let's look at these ones. So that's a robot. They're on alerts. Okay, so the only thing I know about alert is there are some abilities that function differently if things are alerted. So we're gonna go after this one. Let's see what happens. Fire a hostile target. So run off. Alert will hunker down or use abilities aggressively. Will shoot at the end of the breach. Thank you. All right, so that one's surprised. Got the android at 77%. So that's 66%. We could also rush for cover, which seems like it's going to be very important, huh? Now that I know what alert means, I'm thinking I should have rushed for some cover in some of these scenarios. But, oh well. Live and learn. Ooh, nice kick. Nice kick. Okay. They got a flank probably, huh? If not, then close to. Okay. All right, here's turn order. So, Zephyr goes first, and then this android. So if we can take out that android first, I don't think Zephyr can kill the one hit though. But they do have large enemy inflicts one of several stat effects. We could, if we can get over there. It doesn't look like we can, huh? That would be our yellow action, so no. I was gonna say we could see if we get the stun off that, but it is not to be. Who goes second? The commando right there. So we can kill them pretty easily with just about anyone. So we could just take them out and then get into cover for next round. Or we could run up here and try to stun that one. Would we still have our... We still have our... No, that takes our yellow, huh? To do that? That's unfortunate. So we could do our yellow move to this. But if we don't stun him... it's going to be a bad time. Commando, see what happens when you steal them. Yeah, that's a good point. Just to test it. Zephyr melee strikes the target. If the target is reduced to 0 HP, they will be rendered unconscious instead of dying. Yeah, let's try that out. Even if it ends up not being the best thing, you know? We need to learn anyway.
Subdued hostile.
Self-destruct! Ooh, and they gotta take a shot. Dealt 5 damage. Okay, so that android is next. We got 2 hits before that happens. Oof. Just punched his own face. There's full cover from this one and that one, and we can still shoot. What are our abilities with him? Deadeye is an aim penalty for more damage. It also has subdue and just fire weapon. All right. We're gonna try to take out this robot, I suppose. Okay. What is the attack percentage here? 86% for 3 to 4 damage, and then we should be able to shock it to kill it. So I'm not. If we hit. Whoa! If we kill that one, it shows where it's gonna explode. I'm assuming that's what that means. All right, so we need to get her out of this blast radius. It looks like those civilians are super screwed. Does chaining jolt in the turn? Doesn't tell me. Move or shoot the move. Yeah. Click on the ability, then look to the left. So you have to click on it first. Gotcha. Will in turn. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna run out of the explosion radius on this and then hit it with how much damage does this one do again? So it should kill that one. And we want to end up in cover. So if we go here, as long as we kill this one, it should be fine. Because we're in full cover from this guy. This is probably safer though. Let's just do this. Is it showing me where this one will explode? Yeah, so that's safe back there.
Watch my back.
Probably go against you. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out if we don't kill him. Good, so that does still bypass armor. Let's see. Tongue pull. Grab a target. Some cannot be pulled. So this doesn't actually end the turn. That's kind of cool. So we could pull a exploding robot away and then run. But now it's not gonna be good because it would hit her. That's pretty cool. Who's going next? The commando up there? Okay. We can't kill this guy, I'm pretty sure. No. So we just want to get somewhere safe. I wonder if I can actually pull those civilians. I could no. Okay. All right. That's half cover, and if XCOM 1 and 2 has taught me anything, half cover is not good. All right, we'll just run up here. That's not an explosion radius, right? No. Okay. Hopefully I'm right about the explosion. Boost tongue pull, move in second action.
Come on now.
I doubt it. Oh, I keep forgetting they have the flea thing. Kind of stolen World, yeah. They have the flea thing. I got to get used to that. That wasn't a thing. So I'm guessing they're going to be in the next encounter now instead, huh? I would bet. I would bet. So what does team up do? Is ever coordinates with target unimpaired ally, moving their turn next on the timeline. Team up ability is shared between the entire squad. Can only be used once per mission. I'm gonna save that then. He can move before he self-destructs. The more you know. Well, the civilians are safe.
Sacred Coil is on the run. Don't lose them in the warehouse.
All right. Well, now we know. Agent damage likely on all of these. Ooh. Ooh. We have someone that's almost dead. Last unit through this entrance automatically activates Overwatch after the breach. Lead by example. First unit through this entrance does 3 damage during the breach. All units through this entrance get 50 dodge for 1 round. First unit through this entrance gets +1 armor for the encounter. Successful shots on enemies will crit. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Because you let him get away. That's what I figure, yeah. Because he's the others now know there's someone coming. That's what I would assume. So this is a defensive one. So I'm going to put our... You know what? I'm going to put side windows first and put our DPS going that way. And then I'm going to have everyone else going through defensively. We will learn.
Breach! Breach!
What a cluster that was. All right. So what does this one have? Aggressive. Okay. Surprised. Surprised. Aggressive. Let's shoot the aggressive one.
Our community grows.
Madagascar Dave. Dave, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, Dave. Welcome in. Ooh. Got him. Blitz toward an enemy and melee attack them after the breach. Why isn't it showing me which one is which? That one's also aggressive. It's armored as well. Good crit. Okay. So now I know what happens if they escape into the next one. The more you know. Shoot him in the butt.
Target.
Prevent the Sacred Coil from escaping with the mech parts. Ah, okay. So those are the two important ones to stop. So does that still mean Overwatch? Or does that mean in this one? The little target? Or is that just showing where I can attack? Overwatch was an eye. Never mind. Okay. So who's going second? This guy. He's almost dead, so we can kill him pretty easily. And we can fire at him. Hopefully kill him. Yeah, this doesn't end our turn. Only a 54%. Let's just take this one out. And with this guy, like a glitch. Okay. I have one action available. Who's going after that? That one? We have subdue, so I can subdue that one, but then we can subdue him and then be in half cover, but then we're in. Is that a flamethrower? I think that'll be okay. There is reloading in this one. Good.
You're under arrest.
Sure, it's fine. Target shows you where you have a shot. Gotcha. Ooh. Smoke, huh? Smoke. Okay, so that robot's going, and then that robot's going, and they're the ones that are trying to escape, so the only way to stop that one from escaping, I suppose, would be to do a crippling blow, but, screw it. It's true, that's what I was thinking too. Let me look at that. So target, moving their turn next on the timeline. Team ability is shared. Next on the timeline. Whoa, and we can pull him even though he's supposed to be next round. That's pretty nice. It's birthday stream. Late happy birthday. Hey, Zed. Thank you, Zed. No worries. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm going to do that. First time using it, so. And we still get all of our action. That is nice. New XCOM. Yep. Yep. Playing for the first time blindly. So now we have these. We have several actions. I'm thinking about using our crippling blow on them and hoping it stuns. You should probably never hope in XCOM, you know? I'm gonna do it anyway.
Splintering.
Oh, stunned them. All right, cool. So there's full cover, but they can easily flank. There's half cover. But if we take that full cover and then we run around with someone else, that's gonna be okay. Attack them. All right. My thoughts? These are cartoony. I like it so far. Yeah, I mean, this is our first mission, so I'm very early, and I'm entering it completely blind. You know, no expectations, good or bad, and so far I'm enjoying it. But it is super early, so. All right. So we got Patchwork, who can electrocute for 4 damage. So if we can deal 1 actual point of damage to that android, she can kill them. But that does leave us open to this flame guy. Also, I'm guessing the accuracy is going to be terrible. Let's take a look, though. 67%. We got 2 chances. I think we do have to take it, though, because he's one of the ones escaping with parts, and we have some other actions before the other attacking one goes, and the other robot is stunned, so we might as well take the shot. Results better than expected. Okay, there we go. see what you can get away with. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's how we're gonna learn, you know. Sends equivalent to reprogram a robotic enemy and take control of them. Effect lasts 3 turns. 4 turn cooldown. If the reprogram attempt succeeds. So that's only a 75% chance. We're going to go with a shock, which should kill it. So he misses a shot. I know it's not XCOM, so he missed a shot. It's not XCOM, so he missed like a 90 plus. All right. So they're still shut down. Nice. Who's going next? The Purifier. So we could tongue pull and then bind them. Let's see what the tongue pull accuracy is. And then this guy's gonna go. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. God, I've been on the receiving end of this. So this is the only one I'm really worried about this coming turn.
Advancing.
Yeah, so they have a flank on.
Prey in sight.
Multiple of us. Okay, he hit us, which freed him from the wrap. But now we have 3 actions, and who's going next? The robot. They're still stunned, but I might as well get them out of it anyway. So, let's subdue them also. Man, I like that kick. It is human voices. I know. It is very weird, especially after fighting them for so long. Let's see what the shot is before we move. It's an 89. I'm gonna take it. Man, that breach giving him that crit has been incredible. Incredible. And now we got 2 attacks on this one, so we should be just fine. Let's go ahead and move him into this full cover so he can take 2 shots next round if we need to. I don't think we need to though, but we'll see. All right. So we can just shoot, which will end our turn. We could get a flank shot off. It's probably what we should do. Yeah, and then our snake can finish the job, hopefully. I mean, Torque. She has a name. 3 to 5 damage. What is it? The jolts? I don't want to do the jolt, right? Attack change to nearby enemies. Okay. That's a guaranteed 4 damage, but I'm just going to take this. Yeah, there we go. Good crit. How you doing, Tio? Welcome in. That was fun. I'm not sure how. I mean, that was our first ever mission, you know? But it was fun. Mechais curtailed. Good work. The last thing City 31 needs is more Advent mechs spreading their terror. Oh, and Director Kelly is on the line. I'll patch her through when you get back to base. So, rating excellent. We have some wounds. At least 2 of those could have been prevented going forward now that I know a little bit more. Rounds complete 5, number counters 3. We killed 13 enemies, captured 2, and we did rescue. We rescued the civilians. Actually, the robot just ran away from them before he blew up. But 2 captured enemies. There's a 40% chance to earn 20 intel. Oh, okay. I didn't know our stat. Welcome in. That was fun though. Definitely different, but still fun. From the archives. Bradford. No. Aliens in your agency? Jane, what are you thinking? Kelly. Well, what is our greatest existential threat? Bradford. The Elders returning. Dun dun dun. Kelly. If they do, who will we need to fight them off? Bradford. Everyone. I get it. I've seen the projections. But do you really think the commander will go for this? Kelly. I think the commander has always seen the bigger picture. Transcript of Reclamation Working Group Meeting 2037, August 25th. Was that foreshadowing XCOM 3, Return of the Elders? Did you blow up Ashley with a nuke? Yeah, I do that every chance I get, Pineapple. You know that. More and Harvest Organs, you could probably raise that to 40% or 70% or higher. 30 credits.